Welcome to Voices of Fear. In the shadows of Asia, there exist rituals so dark, so forbidden, that even speaking of them invites misfortune. These are not games, not stories, but practices deeply rooted in cultures that have always known the dead walk among us. Tonight, we expose one of the most dangerous rituals ever performed, one that has claimed lives, broken minds, and left entire villages haunted. But first, a warning. This episode contains disturbing accounts of possession, curses, and unexplained deaths. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Stay with me until the end, because the truth may be more terrifying than the legend. In Asia, spirits are not dismissed as folklore. They are respected, feared, and often woven into everyday life. From the spirit houses of Thailand, to the ancestral shrines of China, to Japan's rituals of the dead, the message is always the same. Do not disturb the balance between worlds. But when people grow curious or reckless, they sometimes attempt rituals meant only for shamans or priests. Rituals designed to open doors that were never meant to be opened. The belief is simple, yet chilling. When you call a spirit, it comes. But sending it away is far harder. And tonight, we'll walk through 3 true accounts of such rituals, each more disturbing than the last. Story 1, Indonesia, the Forbidden Circle. In a small town in Indonesia, 3 university students uncovered instructions for a spirit-inviting ritual whispered about in old tribal legends. At midnight, in an abandoned house, they drew a chalk circle, lit a candle, and offered rice mixed with blood from their own fingers. At first, silence. Then, the sound of footsteps outside the circle, a chill in the air, voices murmuring layered as though dozens spoke at once. Panic set in. One student tried to end the ritual, kicking the offering bowl. That mistake shattered the rules. The candle extinguished. Darkness swallowed them. One of them screamed, his body convulsing, his voice no longer his own. In a guttural hiss, he spoke. "You called me, now you're mine." By dawn, he was dead, and yet villagers claimed to see him after burial, wandering the fields at night. The 2 survivors fled, but the whispers never left them. They knew they had unleashed something that could not be contained. Story 2, Japan, Kokkuri-san, the Spirit Fox Game. Japan is home to one of Asia's most infamous summoning rituals, Kokkuri-san. Often compared to the Ouija board, it is deceptively simple, played with just a piece of paper, a coin, and a question whispered into the dark. In the 1970s, a group of schoolgirls in Nagoya played the game after class. They placed a coin on the paper and asked if a spirit was present. The coin began to move. At first, they laughed, thinking one of them was pushing it. But soon, the questions turned darker. They asked about death, about curses, about forbidden things. The coin spelled out, "One of you will die." The girls screamed, dropping the paper, but that night, one of them was struck by a car on her way home. Witnesses said she had been standing in the street, whispering to someone who wasn't there. Since then, schools across Japan have banned Kokkuri-san, warning students that it's not a game. Teachers still confiscate handwritten boards, fearing that even an innocent attempt could unleash something far more dangerous. The belief remains, once the spirit is invited, if you fail to close the game properly, it will follow you. Story 3, Thailand, the Dance of the Possessed. In northern Thailand, an ancient ritual is performed in secret, known only as the Dance of the Possessed. Locals say it was once practiced to heal the sick by allowing spirits to enter a human body and purge illness. But when performed by amateurs, the results can be catastrophic. One case occurred in 2003. A teenage boy, mocking the ritual with his friends, put on ceremonial paint and began chanting words he did not understand. Almost immediately his body stiffened, his eyes rolled back, and he began to dance, not in rhythm, but violently, unnaturally, his limbs jerking as though pulled by invisible strings. Witnesses described a voice speaking from his mouth, low, mocking, unlike his own. The ritual was stopped only when elders intervened, tying protective strings around his wrists and dousing him in holy water. But the damage was done. For months afterward, he claimed he was not alone inside his body. He would wake up in strange places. His parents said he sometimes laughed in his sleep, a laugh that wasn't his. The boy never recovered fully, and to this day, villagers warn that the spirit he invited may still linger in their town. These stories may sound like superstition, but they carry consistent warnings across Asia's many cultures. In Indonesia, never break the circle. In Japan, always end the game properly. In Thailand, never mock a ritual meant for the sacred. Psychologists might explain these events as mass hysteria, suggestion, or neurological reactions to fear. And yes, fear can create illusions. But how do you explain the voices, the deaths, the unnatural behaviors witnessed by entire groups? Perhaps the truth is this: whether spirits are real or manifestations of the human mind, rituals open doors. And once a door is open, you cannot always choose what comes through. So now I ask you, what do you think? Were these tragedies the result of superstition and fear? Or did these rituals truly summon something from the other side? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching this episode of Voices of Fear. In our next episode, we'll uncover another chilling account from the dark side of folklore, one that proves some traditions are warnings, not stories. Until then, stay safe, and remember, never play with rituals you don't understand, because once you invite them in, they may never leave.